Shit! I didn't know I started recording then. Grape juice, obviously. Anyway, welcome to Confessions of a Monk. And happy Easter, everybody. And my confessions is, oopsie. But I've been a very good girl. So the last couple of weeks have been a bit manic. I actually went to the gym and I bloody enjoyed it. So I know it's only once in 2 weeks, but big for me. And yeah, Natalie at Sanctuary in Wakefield sort of bullied me into it. But I loved it. I did Pilates and a bit of core. And I will be going back maybe once a month, once a year. No, I'm definitely going back. But I've just had a few things on, which is unusual for me because I've been doing F all for the last year, really. So what I want to talk to you about is I can't believe this, right? You know, I had the blood test and it can't go through my veins anymore because of chemo. So it went through my hands and all that. Anyway, I forgot I'd even had it. And then I get a phone call from the doctor and he goes to me, "Hello, Caroline." I went, "Hello." And he goes, "Sorry to tell you, but your cholesterol's very high and you might have to go on statins," which is what my dad's on. I mean, I do not want to do that. So I Googled cholesterol and it was all like cream cakes and full fat milk and la 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 la. And I don't really eat any of that because I've got IBS. But then it goes at the bottom, alcohol. Fucking hell, why has everything got to do with alcohol? So anyway, I'm giving up soon. So anyway, that's one thing. I thought, anyone want to talk about cholesterol? I'd really like to know if you've had it diagnosed and if you're high and why, or is it hereditary? So please answer me underneath anything I put up and just let me know because I need some help. If it's just something like, oh, you have to walk a bit more, then I'll walk a bit more. But giving up a glass of wine, yeah, I mean, my cholesterol will go right up if I don't drink wine. That's what people don't realise. It's a good thing. It's healthy for your mind. It's healthy for your happiness. So do I want to be happy and well? Yes, I do. So there you go. Right. The worst thing that's happened to me was I had this 2.5 hour slot put in for being a prison officer in Wakefield. And on the morning of it, it was about 2 o'clock that I had to go on this Zoom. And on the morning of it, I said to my mum, I don't think I want to be a prison officer. I really don't. I think I'm not going to go on it. I'm going to stop it. Definitely. So I wasn't going to go on it. And then about 10 to 2, my mum wrote, are you going on it? I said, still don't know. I still don't know. Anyway, I thought, oh, whatever. In for a penny, in for a pound. You know, I'm obviously going to get it. And what I'll do is I'll just maybe do a bit of training. I'll just tread the water, see what it feels like. It's not going to hurt to go on a Zoom call and do all these exercises. So I thought I'd do it. So I did it. So I go on there and there's loads of other people on there. All different ages, different races. No one says a word. Everyone's really quiet. Apart from me, because I always like to say something. Any questions? Yes, I've got a question. Anyway, it seemed a bit lackluster. But then we had to do a written test. Oh, I hate all that. So I had all these questions to do. And then you had to write in different situations how you would, you know, do things and solutions for it. But then the best one was you actually had a play act with a prisoner. So they're in their cell and then you're there and they go, oh, that really, they loud swearing and everything. I'm really had all day and I've been bullied and all that, and you've got to calm them down. So I was going, all right, mate, listen, So I found out what he likes to do. He wouldn't leave his cell, found out what he likes to do, and he said he wants to be a cook. And I said, oh, well, we'll get you in the kitchen. You know, I'll get you some books. One day, maybe you can cook me dinner. Probably not the best thing to have said. Anyway, I was there about half an hour with this bloke, and he's really effing and jeffing and wanting to not be there anymore. Until in the end, he went, all right. And he calmed down. I thought, brilliant, I am. I'm going to be great at this job. And then you get to speak to people that work at the prison. Anyway, 2.5 hours, done and dusted. And then that was on, that was on Tuesday. And then they said, well, we'll let you know on Thursday. So anyway, I rang my mum up, obviously, I do every single minute of the day. And I said, oh, I think I did really well. And it actually could be really good for me because I think I could you know, get people to, I don't know, just calm down a little bit. Because I did say at one point, wait, stop it now. Stop this little tantrum. Calm down, mate. You know what I mean? It's not, nothing's that bad. La, la, la. Anyway, the next morning, I get an email. And you know what it says? Unfortunately, you have not passed the test. I got 41%. They didn't even want me. I thought I'm going to have to bat them off and go, no, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. But no, I didn't even pass to be a prison officer. And they're desperate for them. And it sort of said things like that. I was probably not very good with authority and things like that, which I'm not. So now, and then I started to think, look, I was in Big Brother and it nearly killed me because we were locked in. And even though we weren't prisoners and we had food, we were prisoners. And you're stuck with people you don't like. They not necessarily want to kill you, which was quite good, actually. So I thought, why have I done this to myself? Why did I thought? Why did I want to be a prison officer? Because there was nothing else for me. And then I realised, oh, they don't even want me. I mean, so all these job refusals, it happens every day. I go for a job, try and be myself, try and be happy, and they all come back with the first word, hello, Caroline, unfortunately. So that's my middle name, Caroline Unfortunate. So I've given up now. I've given up. Now I'm going to get back to later on what I'm actually going to do. And I think I've actually found my niche. But I wanted to talk about dreams. So I like going to bed more than anything in the world, because when I'm in bed, I have the best dreams. I know I've got a really good imagination, and my dreams aren't normal. They're like, I get a proper beginning, middle and an end. They're like either serial killer films. They're films. And a lot of the time I have a lot of love making and kissing and cuddling, and it's fantastic. I'm always in Ibiza, or I'm always on holiday somewhere, and I've always got a hot guy with me. And I just realised that, why bother getting a real one? Because I don't have to see him the next day. I wake up, they're not there, thank God. I've had a great time. I feel like I've had a good time when I wake up in the morning, and I have fantastic holidays at the same time. So I want to know about your dreams as well. Do you have dreams like I do? Because they are so graphic and so real. And when I actually dream of people, they are the actual real person, and they come out with the same sort of things that they would say. It's just fantastic. So what I do is I wake up at 6:30 every morning. I don't know why. And I go, oh, great. Remember all the dreams I've had, go over them and go over them. And if I want to go back to one, I'll think and think and think, and then go back to that dream and finish off what I needed to finish off. And then I'd get up about 9:30, 10. So I've had like a full day before I've even got up of fantastic activities. So yeah, I want to know about that. Okay, what else is up? Oh yeah, I had an ex come back. They always do. I can't resist me. Hold on. And this ex was reminiscing about all the times we had together and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I dumped him, obviously. But he was thinking about, why don't we meet up in Bali? And we could have this fantastic few weeks together in Bali, you know, rekindling everything. And I just thought, yeah, do it. Yeah, let's do it. And then I thought, put the phone down. I thought, nah. Because this guy had OCD, right? And not only that, you had to be perfect. I mean, your nails, your toes, everything was shaved off and shaved up. Everything was just, you had to be like the perfect specimen. And I'm so not like that now. I'm so not like that. And I couldn't be asked to be that bothered to go on holiday to Bali and have to be, you know, do sexy stuff, you know, with an ex that I got rid of. So, yeah, want to know if you've ever gone back with an ex, and especially if it's after 15 years when you feel fat, old and frumpy and not the sex kitten you were when they knew you. So, oh God, all right, let's talk about the best time I've had, right? So the distillery bar over the road said they were doing a singles night. And I said, oh, wow, brilliant. You know, you don't hear of them anymore. And I said, you know, I'd like to, I'd host it. And they went, really? And I said, yeah, I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to. It's where I feel happiest, walking into a room with people I don't know and getting them all together and making them having a laugh. What I do every night when I go out, always make sure everyone gets to talk to everybody. Anyway, I was a bit scared. I thought no one's going to go to this singles night because no one likes to admit it, especially men on their own. There'll be loads of women, but hardly any men. So I got there at 7 o'clock, walked in, started cutting up the little bands. I had green ones for if you're ready for it, and red ones if you're like, you're married, you're naughty in, or you don't want anyone near you. You know, sort of like a warning sign. I couldn't believe it. It got busier and busier and busier until it was packed. And we had so much fun. And there were so many single people that attended, men and women. And I managed to put them onto tables together, or I sit with them and talk to them until they got to know someone. It was a massive, massive success. And I thought, sod all these people that don't want me and my personality, because I'm probably too much for them. I'll go out on my own. So bugger off all you lot that didn't want me. Because there are people that want me, because I've had so many messages back saying they're one of the best nights ever. I was great, and they enjoyed the company, and they felt warm and looked after. So I'm going to set up my own little nights. I'm going to do Caroline Monk single nights all over the place. I'm going to do probably over 50s nights. I'm going to do gay nights. Definitely, I've been asked for a lot to do like a big gay night, which should be really fun. I don't know many gays in Wakefield. There's only one I know. So there's only one gay in the village, but I'm sure he's got friends. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start doing that, do a little bit of this. If you guys can help me, support me and subscribe to this on TikTok. And just sell myself because no one else wants me. And you know what? Instead of feeling down about it, I just think, well, maybe I'm just too much for this world. So, yeah. F them all. So that's my confessions. Not that much really, but there is. This is my little book that I write down every week. So don't know what next week's gonna hold, but this sort of makes me do things because I know I've got to tell you stuff. So thank you so much. Please subscribe to me on TikTok. Please message me and ask me what you want to talk about. Like I say, menopause, cancer, men, definitely men, dreams, cholesterol, or anything you want to talk about, I'm here. So it's like an agony aunt thing as well that I want to do, which I used to do years ago. I was a brilliant agony aunt. I actually do listen to people more than I talk. This is the only time I actually get to talk without someone else going, Mah! So it's quite refreshing for me. So anyway, happy Easter. We love Jesus. We love good people. Be kind to yourself, be good to yourself, and I'll see you next week. Bye.